recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
Always the same. They are today. It's just. How I like it.
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'twa'n't so far away.
Much appreciated.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale. By a master storyteller.
I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself. So where's he get his coin then? Makes a man wonder, it does.
Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. Should my story entertain you? Nay, even if
Much appreciated.
Hard to make ends meet.
gather round. Treat your ears.
Need anything? Times change, but there's always coin. Stop by again soon.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale.
Say, have you... Well, if you do visit, I hear he sets out to sea on...
The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent ox cart. Now, that's not so strange, and rightly so. As it turned out, it gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Their faces may match, but the lives they lead are as different.
Gather round. Treat your...
Need someone to talk.
Fancy a look at my wares? The safer the roads, the heavier my pockets. Always a pleasure.
Don't think your one found its way inside the common quarter just the other night. Much blood was spilled before the thing was cold. You could...
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close.
It was a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Indeed. Some suppose there is... more...
Go on, have a look. Many thanks.
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot. Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup? Always a pleasure.
Not much going on here.
myself to a tickle before bed.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Might as well take a look while your times change, but there's always coin to be made. Many thanks. Need anything?
Interested in my wares?
Only fools and urchins boast of their coin.
Greetings. You need only make a worthy offering in it. I have seen your path. May these words guide. You've my gratitude. If the way forward is shrouded to, 'tis lovely to see you.
Not a care in the world, just as it should be.
Oof. My pack's grown rather heavy.
If you feel overburdened, mayhap I could carry some things for you.
Go on, have a look.
아, 혹시 왕궁에 있나? 씨. 왕궁 거기 뭐야? 창관. 왠지 창관했을 것 같은데.
Will someone talk about this?
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting.
So what'll it be? Not to twist your arm, but this is a rare opportunity. Well, you needn't decide this very moment.
Will someone talk about this?
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life. Have no fear, master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry. Be arisen.
This was not my intent.
I swear I've not blinked once in the last hour.
창관 어떻게 갔지? 아씨.
You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
It is not at all to my taste.
What's going on over there?
There's no shame in living life for its pleasures.
The latest tidings from Melv came as quite a shock. It's been decades since the dragon last appeared. 'Twas a tragedy to those who suffered the beast's attack, to be sure.
Should you wish to ply me... Not just now. I reserve these hours.
I'll not forget this in a hurry.
There's no shame in living life for its pleasures.
Like what you see?
우와, 2만원.
Care to forget your troubles?
In case you haven't noticed, shop, so if there's no one about, you might have to come back later.
Aren't you sweet? I'd be glad to have you.
어떻게 하는지 모르겠네. 거렁뱅이. 얘는 낮에만 나오는데.
I am the cream of the... I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome, sir.
Mind your manners, lest you wear out your welcome.
Good to see you, Master.
아, 장미관 입구가 일로 나오는구나. 뭐야. 뭐야, 바로 옆에 있었네? 아, 일로 나오는구나.
Got to focus. My head will roll if aught goes awry.
Anywhere's better than living with a crowd.
You ever try cooking?
Seems I'm not the only one who's too busy to rest.
Or to head home.
Shall we get some rest then?
Should we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
Naught I can do but wait for death to claim me.
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to...
Treat your ears to a tale.
Much appreciated.
As I recall, we have another matter to attend to in this domain.
Perhaps we ought to go there first. What say you, Arisen?
Should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't.
밤에는 술집 있을 것 같은데.
Would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful...
거론뱅이의 자금 언어를 알아내기 위해 생을 엿본다.
Mystic. In the north of Vermont,
얘는 낮에는 분수대에 있거든요. 그리고 저녁 때는 없어.
ventured a hero off left.
저녁 때는 여기에 없어. 저녁 때 얘를 쫓아가는 게 맞는 것 같은데.
Of baleful creature.
We must rest. Though the sun may have fallen, but the day is far from over.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Feeling rested, I trust?
business in Batal, then you, good sir, will...
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Quiet, you. Bless. Suppose I best earn my keep.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town. I've got the sharpest whip in town. I ought to add a little more cheese.
Wonder if anyone on that will stay here a bit.
The townspeople depend on me. Would that all my days were so tranquil.
A lonely place. Not without its charms.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
Want some in a real battle? I'll prove my worth.
If I grin and hold, I'll make it possible.
I'd sooner stay out of battle than worry.
Then I'll set out on my own adventures.
I must strive for a higher understanding.
Can't complain, boy.
When does my watch end? I'm not accustomed to speaking with strangers in the street. Good day to you, sir.
feel a sight better once I have my dinner. My body got forgiven me for last night's scum.
Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
Can't stomach places like this.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Oh, it's not right. It does. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with the. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only.
I understand how you must feel. But you must see that your son's health can. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. I am caring for him as. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray.
I will look after him. Sir, ought you not be in? 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one you would procure it yourself. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some The slums are a bane to the body's humours, and its residents. We do what we can with what little we have, but your aid is most appreciated.
Tell us, Maya's might can be harvested from phantoms, monsters that wander the world a night.
Yes, of course. I see it now.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks. Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks. Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business. Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business with you. Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks.
What am I to do?
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business. Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business with you. Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
I'm always willing to lend a helping hand.
My claws could use a trim.
He's been pretty kind to me. Interested in my wares?
Any loose coin about?
Got any tales to liven up my day?
Oi, keep your distance.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business with you. Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business.
Sets my thoughts that dark parts of space.
Interested in my wares? If I sleep on my work. Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the. Many thanks.
Rejoice, my darling, for your Albert is returned.
Welcome home, dear.
I spend my days spinning yarns, only to come home to a wife for whose radiance I have no words.
Oh, you bold-faced...
What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
Interested in my wares?
와 이게 끝이야? 뭐 더 없나? 보상 안 주나?
Listen up, you lot. Albert, king of beggars, has come to quench your thirsts. Aye, the ale's on me tonight, so drink up, my friends. Drink your fill.
I end up interested in my wares.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Reckon I'd spend my life here if I could. Not for work, Fancy a kick. But not at the expense of my duty.
Nothing ever seems to happen round here.
Tie my boots.
A good sleep will ensure we're...
Open your eyes, everyone. It is dark out, but our day begins.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Shall we get underway?
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Pray, take this. Heavens know you've...
Shall we get some rest then?
I've got something for you.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles. Sure why I patrol it.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared.
Mercy! Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Devoutness and diligence are two sides of one coin.
All my days were so tranquil.
I'm barely scraping by.
엘포트가 나와야 되는데 왜 안 나오지?
Not without its charms.
아침에 와보자.
I've scripture to recite once I've seen my
Shall we get some rest then? I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
I swear I've never slept better.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
엘버트가 나는 왜 안 나오지? 나와야 되는데.
Wonder if it's too early for dinner.
All the best tales.
If I see that rat again, I'll go.
We must rest.
It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Feeling rested, I trust?
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
Help. I need help. I'd sooner stay out of the battle, where it's possible.
아, 이게 잠겨 있으면 안 되는 거 아닌가? 난 왜 이게 잠겨 있어?
You fond of those eyes? Keep them to yourself.
Another day of work awaits.
A good sleep will ensure we are...
Tis an odd thing to wake after the sun has fallen.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Feeling rested, I trust?
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
I feel more welcome here than any place else.
Mercy!
뭐야? 방금 뭐야?
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
아, 이게 그 열리는 그 시간이 때가 있나 보다.
May the heavens townsman.
Shall we get some rest then?
What to do?
Wonder if it's too early for dinner.
Is it too much to hope for a helping hand?
Even I know when to shut my trap.
Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
Our fare still not come.
No sense straining myself. Just got to do what I can. If I could, I'd never do.
My head will roll if aught goes awry.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
아, 엘버도 들어가 버렸어. 아, 씨.
A good sleep will ensure.
If I grin and bear it, I'll make it through. Always another errand to see to.
Wonder if it's too early for dinner.
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
Times are hard. I'm barely scraping by.
We who serve the heavens must be e'er virtuous.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
엘버도 술 마시러 안 가냐? 네가 나와야 되는데. 이씨.
We who serve the heavens must be e'er virtuous.
Stay out of that.
Shall we get some rest then?
Townspeople depend on me.
I'm going to.
A fine spot to take my mind off my
You're worrying, you aren't living, I say.
Would that I could spend all day here.
I'd sooner stay out of that. Would that all my days were so
I can
tranquil.
but trust my faith will guide me through.
A fine spot to take my mind off my troubles.
Time to head to market, methinks.
It's you again. What are you doing now?
Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
Surely I can permit myself but a moment's rest.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Unless we've business, you'd best leave me be.
Mine is a life. The townspeople depend on me.
A good sleep will ensure...
Wonder how long this job's going. Feel eyes on my back, watching.
Couldn't hurt to rest my feet a moment.
Must be air virgins.
Kinda hard. I'm barely scraping
Perfect spot for a kid. No one will disturb me here.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
그래 보자. 밤에 얘가 나오는 게 맞아. 얘가 나와야 돼. 나와서 집을 비워야 돼. 얘 슬슬 이제 나올 때가 됐는데.
Death comes for me next. I am sure of it.
Haste makes waste, as they say.
Wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
아, 저기 가라고 저기 표시가 돼 있구나.
Hello. All this patrolling does a number on my soul.
Is there anything to do around
It's past time I attended to the day's work.
pleasant breeze?
There's lots to be taken care of before the day's done.
Won't someone do aught about this?
I quite like
Won't someone do aught about this?
always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
Off wandering about again, I see. Why are you so adverse to doing honest work?
You would ask the proud sire of House Berkeley to move crates? To scribble in ledgers? Preposterous!
Albert, see sense. That pride of yours has already ruined you once before. Do you mean to let it do so again?
Always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
My eyes grow heavy.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure, sir. Have we some business I'm unaware of? You mean to tell me that Albert has been playing the part of a beggar? That man who would sooner starve to death than lift a finger in the pursuit of honest... If this is a jest, it is in very poor taste. All the same, I shall test the truth of your accusation, and who better to make it I will place these clothes somewhere about the house. If he has aught to hide, his reaction when he finds them will doubtless be... You may visit us again in a few days' time. Fear not. I have no intention of causing a fuss.
뭐야, 장석 2개밖에 없네. 아이씨, 뭐야. 아이씨, 장석 3개 건너야 되는 거 아니야? 아씨. 방석은 저거 안 팔 텐데. 골치 아프게 되네.
Quite the predicament.
To break the law is to be thrown in jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Welcome to the start. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Always a pleasure. Welcome to the start. We serve all manner of fine ales here.
네, 티츠님 어서 오세요.
To start you off.
아, 그래요? 물량이 뭐 워낙 적어가지고. 근데 이번 5000 시리즈도 뭐 그냥 평이 너무 안 좋아서 뭐 90 빼고는 성능이 거의 뭐 업그레이드 수준이라.
Welcome to the start. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup? Come back anytime. Welcome to the. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back
잘 구워,
anytime.
예, 좋은 제품 구매하시길 바랍니다.
Begging your pardon.
Quite the predicament. Quite the predicament.
배송 안 해주면은 뭐 5080 사셔야죠. 5080. 그러면 다음 기회를 노리든지.
Good to see you. Those garments you gave me had a marked effect. Albert set off to work the moment he saw. To be frank, I've not the slightest interest in the man, but he can surely benefit this city much more by. In short, you've done us.
We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brand.
Those garments had a. In short, you've.
오닉스, 좋은 거 주네. 사 5070 Ti가 그냥 4080이래요. 성능. 4080도 못 딴 거 같던데 내가 볼 때.
Fie! I suppose there's no escaping it now.
4080도 못 땄어. 5070이. 그냥 5070 사실 바에는 그냥 4080 싸게 나오는 거 있으면은 그거 사세요. 4080.
Would you mind coming over here?
뭐 성능이 다들 뭐 업그레이드 수준이라. 야, 저 그래픽 카드는 모니터 해상도 나오는 기술에 비해서 너무 성능이 업그레이드가 안 돼. 모니터 해상도를 따라갈 수가 없어, 지금. 그래픽 카드 성능들이. 막 모니터는 막 주사율 막 240Hz 4K 막 이렇게 나오는데, 아니 그래픽 카드 성능은 모니터 나오는 그 주사율 그거를 따라가질 못해요, 지금. 이거 되게 심각한 거야. 심각해, 지금. 모니터 주사율은 뭐 4K 뭐 144Hz 뭐 240Hz짜리 나오면 뭐 하냐고. 의미가 없어. 그래픽 카드가 그렇다고 뭐 성능을 좀 빨리빨리 좀 따라와 줘야 되는데 그런 것도 아니고 업그레이드 수준이고. 뭐 50 뭐 패스하고 60 대 산다? 존버하고 6000번 대 산다? 6000번 대도 어떻게 될지 몰라. 그건 아무도 장담 못 하는 거야. 저 엔비디아 지금 하는 꼴 보면은 장석을 그냥 그 이것저것 신경 안 쓰고 그냥 4K 디스플레이 하나 사가지고 모니터 하나 사고 플스 프로 사는 게 지금으로서는 가장 가성비예요. 내가 그러잖아. 아직까지는 콘솔이 가성비라고. 내가 계속 얘기하는 게 그거야. 가성비라니까 진짜 콘솔. 아 장석 어디서 구하지? 아씨.
I quite like it here.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
해먹어도 적당히들 좀 해야 되는데 진짜 너무하다 싶어. 뭡니까 그래픽카드 하나 가격이 뭐 500만원 600만원 씨 무슨 뭐 200만원 뭐 중급도 이제는 뭐 100만원 중반이니 제정신이냐고.
Pray, follow me.
그깟 게임이 뭐라고 씨. 컴퓨터 게임 안 하고 말지 씨.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require.
Welcome to Bjorn's, and quality is what you need if you want to survive.
좋은 게 없는데 얘는.
So before you check the price, just remember. Many thanks. I appreciate
장석
it.
파는 애가 있었던 것 같은데 장석.
Need anything?
Many thanks.
아, 장석 파는 애 내가 본 거 같은데, 씨. 아, AMD는 가격 공격적으로 나오지 않으면은 희망 없어요. AMD는 별로 안 추천드리고 싶지 않아.
Fancy a look at my wares?
아, 장석 안 파시네, 이분. 아, 씨.
Do come again.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
9070 내가 볼 때는 한 70만 원? 100만, 무조건 100만 원 안쪽으로 들어와야 되고 70만 원 중반대면은 그래도 괜찮아. 70만 원. 70만 원 중반이면은 살 사람들 많을 거예요. 제가 제 기준에 9070은 70만 원 정도. 70만 원 중반.
We shall have to find a way to reach it.
그거 아니면은 메리트 없어.
We might scratch another task off our list. Well, we're here if we are so inclined.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Well met, sir.
이거 왜 품절이지? 이거 뭐야 이거. 장식함 하나 살라고 그러는데.
Might I be of service? Do come again.
아저씨 이거 왜 품절이야, 아저씨. 9070은 70만 원. 70에서 75만 원. 저는 올해 컴퓨터 맞추고 모니터까지 맞출 수 있으려나? 내년 기무자 신작들을 대비해가지고 저는 플스 프로 기회봐가지고 저도 프로로 넘어가야겠어요. 내년에 나오는 이제 GTA도 나올 거고 이제 플스 기무자 신작 이제 좀 프레임 좋게 좀 하려면은 이제 프로로 넘어가야 될 것 같아. 이거 처분하고. 아, 술집을 좀 가야겠는데, 씨, 뭐야. 기가바이트도 지금 뭐 가성비는 진짜 멍멍이 줘버린 지 오래야. 기가바이트도 걔네도 뭐 지금 가성비라고 할 게 없어요.
Welcome to the stop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Come back anytime.
업체들도 똑같아 지금 하는 짓이.
We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back anytime.
기가바이트에서도 등급이 있잖아. 윈드포스가 제일 낮은 등급 아닙니까? 윈드포스, 그 다음에 이글, 제일 높은 게 에어로스 아니야? 기가바이트에서 윈드포스가 제일 낮은 등급으로 알고 있는데, 윈드포스 그리고 이글 그리고 게이밍 OC, 그 다음에 그 에어로스걸요? 윈드포스가 제일 낮을 거야. 윈드포스. 없네. 가자.
One day I'm going to have
박준배님 어서 오세요.
only care I have is how to spend the day.
I see which way the wind's
Don't think I'll stand for this.
Can't stand this.
There's no hope left, is there?
Don't be cold.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
I can't even think straight.
That's it. I've had enough.
It's nice to see everyone out and about.
이거 스태미나 때문에 그래요. 스태미나.
I fear I am not long for this world.
아, 큰 길로 가겠다. 씨.
I'll gather this. It might be of use. Sunset draws near.
We shall have to be all the more vigilant. My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way?
모논 하실 분들은 여기 피티님도 하신다니까 같이 친구 추가해가지고 하시던가 하시면 되겠네. 크로스 플레이 되잖아 어차피.
Hang in there, Master. I'm coming to assist. Slimes. Most unpleasant.
150이 뭐야 200만원 넘어가요. 150이 뭐야 150만원이 언제적 얘기야.
I'm all for swapping stories, but perhaps another night. I can scarce keep my eyes open.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring. You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Mark.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Might I interest you in my hobby?
얘는 광석 되게 희귀한 걸 판다.
Humble wares. It isn't easy traveling out in the world all alone. Hope to see you again.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
베타 해봤는데 별로 저는 재미를 못 느끼겠어.
Party is well balanced. I can see no weaknesses that might be exploited.
Capable comrades are a boon indeed.
Right you are.
This spell will empower you with elemental magic.
박준배님 베타 하셨습니까 이번에? (2차) 베타?
bother. I was just getting warmed up.
외전 그거 점수 괜찮게 나왔던데 80점인가 나왔던 것 같아. 저도 출시하는 날 오후에 출시하자마자 한 3시간 했나? 2시간인가 3시간? 저는 3시간 했어요, 3시간. 왜 그때 안 들어오셨습니까, 박준배님은? 막상 하면은 안 들어오더라고, 사람들이. 뭐.
I will be with you in but a moment.
뭐 같이 할 사람도 없고 해갖고, 아이, 구매 안 했어, 난. 재미도 못 느끼겠고.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Rest assured, Master. You'll hear nary an idle word from me.
근데 이것도 해보니까 되게 재밌는 게임이야, 이거. 드래곤즈 도그마 2. 잘 만들었어. 몇 가지 단점이 좀 보이긴 하는데.
Ah, it would seem we've rediscovered an old haunt by a new entrance.
How very curious. I wonder what other secrets this place holds.
Too much excitement is rarely a good thing.
My bed calls and I shan't resist. Fancy a look at my wares?
Suppose that's enough for one day.
No doubt you're dazzled by my charms. They all are.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the arisen.
Fancy a look at... Well met, sir. How might... Toby of service. 'Tis good to be busy. Work, do come again.
네, 들어가세요, 이태티님.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Just quiet about. I suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
Fine place to collect my thoughts.
모르겠어요. 나는 모넌 별로 재미를 못 느끼겠어요. 저는 재미도 못 느끼겠고.
Here, if you please.
Oh, almost forgot.
Oh,
Can't leave
how
things
lovely.
half done.
I'll have to remember this place.
Not much going on.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
밤에는 또 자네? 야, 나 퀘스트 받아야 되는데 자면 어떡하냐? 시간대를 낮으로 바꿔야 되나 보다. 영주가 자고 있네. 씨, 퀘스트 줘야지. 시간대를 바꿔서 해야겠네요. 낮으로.
Not much going on. Time to be heading. Once the day's work is done, the night is mine.
This is the inn.
Of course, nothing's free in this world.
돈 받네.
Shall we get some rest then? Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
버닝님이랑 뭐 같이 하신 거 아니야? 뭐는? 같이 뭐 친구가 돼 있지 않았어요?
Can't work as late as I used to. Only fools devote their life. A happy man is he who laughs away his troubles. A happy man is he who laughs away his troubles.
버닝님이요. 뭐 버닝님이랑 같이 하지 않았어? 왜 캐스트를 안 주지? 이거 내가 깬 건가? 아이씨. 퀘스트 완료된 거 목록 한번 봐야겠다. 보라네 마을. 아, 이거 내가 끝났네, 이거. 내가 끝냈네, 이건. 아,
Now to report to Captain Brandt.
이름 없는 마을 지하는 뭐야? 뭐 있나? 버닝님도 막상 게임하면은 안 오시더라고. 그분도.
Always sets me to thinking.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
아, 이게 왔었, 여기구나. 아이씨. 오늘은 전직이나 해야겠다. 워리어로 전직해야겠다.
We shall wait here till your business is done.
여기 나가자 이제. 그래도 모넌이 크로스플레이는 시켜주니까 다행이야. 멀티되는 게임은 그렇게 크로스플레이 하게끔 해줘야 돼. 그래야지 유저들이 많지. 뭐 포켓몬 관심 있으신 분은 뭐 27일 날 다이렉트 한다니까 포켓몬 그거 한번 그거 한번 봐보세요. 포켓몬 좋아하시는 분들은. 아무리 해상도 구려도 포켓몬보다는 좋을 거 아니야 모넌이. 포켓몬 바이올렛 진짜 해상도 깜짝 놀랐다 난 진짜. 씨. 무슨 플레이스테이션 3 초창기 시절 그래픽이야.
A thief's agility makes them a tricky opponent. Try not to let them get the upper hand. We ought to proceed with caution. Stay with me, Richard. Point right there.
Traveling.
아씨 절로 왔었어야 되는데.
Beyond the rift, I came upon a cave whose secrets you have yet to discover. 'Tis nearby. Shall I lead the way? Are we ignoring the enemy today?
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
I quite agree.
야, 스태미나가 진짜 너무 빨리 소모가 돼. 어떻게 뭐 뛰지를 못하겠어.
Drop all your valuables, and I might just let you live.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
As you wish. I shall return directly. What about this new trend?
I will protect you.
Lord save us.
아, 야, 씨, 뭐하냐.
Scarce stand. A well-placed strike. Gazing skyward.
But fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
어.
As planned. 'Twas most effective.
맞다.
Come to think of it, different masters favoured different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Fascinating.
will be with you in but a moment.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light. Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
If we're to break it, it shan't be from this side.
True enough.
I've seen better days, that's for sure.
Life's been pretty kind to me. It's been a hard day. Smoked down my steel for a mug of warm ale.
Something good will come of today. I just know it. Nice to see you again. You came to see me?
Would you mind coming over here?
Let them try and stop me. A mug of ale.
Aye, says here the orders. Can't help but see it, sir.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master?
Aught you need of me?
This place is awful dull. Can't complain.
A good sleep will ensure.
아니요, 이거 이번에 45% 할인해가지고 이번에 산 거예요. 밤의 통치자 저 그 베타 안 됐더라고요. 신청했는데 안 됐어.
The sun may have fallen, but the day is far from over.
5월달에도 게임 몰려서 나오지 않나요? 5월달에 둠도 나오고 엘든링 밤의 통치자
Ready to forge on?
5월에 게임 몰려서 나오는 것 같은데? 그 여의 하늘의 궤적도 나오고. 가자 이제. 워리어로 전직해야겠다. 워리어.
Over here, if you please. We have arrived.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty. Or shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. 'Twere doom, alas. Unless we find some way to unmake this godsway's power, proving your majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
Welcome to the Stard. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Come back any time. Welcome to the Stardrop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Always a pleasure. Well met, sir. Welcome to the Stard. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back any time. Welcome to. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back any time.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim.
이번에 45%인가 40%인가 45% 할인해가지고 샀는데 이걸로 충분히 시간 때우겠어.
Regarding the matter of the godsway, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your majesty to venture to Batal, where you might uncover the sigil upon that letter from some days past, bore the crest of the Batali Palace. Surely this ought to be found therein. Yet official dealings twixt Batal and Vermund are suspended. Passing through their fortress will prove a difficult task. With such hindrances in mind, few may pass through Batal's fortress, save Beastren merchants. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us that entry permit. 'Tis most fortunate that your majesty is a Beastren. You ought pass through the border checkpoint without undue trouble. You have my fullest confidence. Do not forget that we work to...
워리어를 전직해야지.
You the Arisen? I've been looking for you. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
Market before it slips my mind. Did you need something, dear?
어디 방에서 기다린다는 거야? 씨.
You the Arisen? Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
베르세르크 가츠 같은데?
Do come again.
Our foes will. Wail in the wake of your fearsome blows, Master.
Strike well.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
Look as long as you please. Take it easy.
Made my legs ache of fright.
Now here's a welcome sight.
Barely lift those swords.
그럼 이거 레벨 1이야 지금 그러면? 아니 레벨은 그냥 이어서 하네.
Time to head to market, methinks.
This place is lovely. I've got the sharpest ears in town.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Apologies, Master, but you will have to do without us for the time being.
Leave this place at once. You have no right to be here.
I heard from Captain Brandt that you plan to make for Batal in order to continue your investigation. As for me, I've been looking into my mother's movements since last we met, and 'tis a letter she discarded, only it seems to be addressed to someone called Phaesus. I passed an eye o'er it, though I failed to grasp its meaning, or what compelled her to throw it away. Here, I thought it best that you have it. Mayhap you could glean aught from it that I could not. And if you do, would you be so kind as to share it with me? That is only if you've the time to spare. I am in no position to make demands, of course. Glad I am to see you well. I've been wondering how you were getting on. No progress as yet, then?
퀘스트 기간은 없겠지? 나중에 해도 되겠지 이거?
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
If we seek further knowledge of the Godsway, we ought to make for Batal.
Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Hope that vagrant doesn't show his face here again.
Quiet as a milk. It's a shame.
What is life without a nice? I could use a bit of excitement in my life. I could have sworn I had ought to attend to. Let's make this. Else I'll be at this all night. So many cheeky voices carried on
Where to now?
I'll find myself a word against you singing.
Oh, anymore.
Could have sworn I had ought to attend to.
The sky always puts me.
What a delightful breeze.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
Feels eerie.
What is life without a little spice?
Some call it cultured, I call it dull.
There's no shame in living life.
Where was I headed?
The latest tidings from Melt was a tragedy to those who suffered. I thought to myself, with the dragons coming, the Arisen shan't be far behind. And indeed, we have ours to.
What is life without a little spice?
Place to soothe the spirit, yes.
Could have sworn I ought to attend.
All this quiet makes me come more anxious.
Whate'er hardships we face, yours is a face I'll not soon. I cannot deny that your gaze hold. Not just now, I reserve these hours for myself.
낮에 와볼까? 얘랑은 썸씽이 없네. 낮에 와봐야겠는데?
So many happy voices carried on.
Always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
Something
This
smells
place is
divine.
very dreary.
Even I know when to shut my trap.
Tis good to be reunited.
I quite like it.
Won't someone do aught about this? Won't someone do aught about this?
Tad rowdy.
The rules as yours.
There's got to be something fun to do.
Everyone's as tired as I am, seems like.
Shall we get some rest then?
자, 아까 거기
Our adventure continues.
사창가 다시 가봅시다.
We've
사창가.
much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
낮에 한번 가보자. 낮에. 원래 사창가는 밤에 가야 되는데.
What brings you here?
Anywhere's better than the middle of the crowd.
I cannot afford.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the
여기는
most effective
안에
stance.
들어와도 낮에도 그냥 어둡네.
Tis not
이렇게
our
어둡게 하고
place
살아
to hurry
사람들이.
the arisen.
What is life without a little spice?
So many happy voices carried on the wind.
Seems my humming would be unwelcome.
Ought to set my nose to the ground.
What a delightful breeze.
I cannot deny that your gay. Not just now.
뭐야, 얘하고는 썸 타는 그 시기가 있나? 아니면 여기서 한번 2만 원 주고 이벤트를 그 해야 되나? 2만 원 필요하던데. 2만 원 줘봅시다.
Think again.
뭐야? 거절한다고?
No, that's not happening. No, that's not happening. No, that's. Think again.
낮이라 그런가? 다른 애한테 말을 걸어보자.
Nice place this. I'm in no hurry to leave. Well met, sir. You seem a kindly sort.
이벤트 한번 보자.
Let's make this a night to remember.
위쳐처럼 막 다 나오는 거 아니야? 그러면 아니겠지? 딱 요 정도? 뭐야? 아, 장비. 장비 뺏긴 줄 알았어. 씨.
After a companion, are we? What sort?
와, 씨, 비싸긴 하다. 아까 걔한테 말 걸어보자.
A place to soothe the spirit, this.
Where to now?
A fine spot to take my look.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
What's the saying? I bet this place has a sheriff secret.
I cannot deny that your.
아, 얘하고는 그거 되네. 뭐 아무것도 없어. 2만 원 줬는데, 씨.
If there's aught I can do, by all means ask.
In case you haven't noticed, so if there's no one about, you might have to come back later.
Welcome, sir, as...
(2만 원) 한번 해봤습니다. 근데 별거 없는데? 저 창관 시크릿 이벤트 있을 것 같은데. 아무것도 없네. 2만 원 줘봤는데 개뿔도 없네. 바탈로 가자. 아,
Come to
장비
think
좀
of it,
멋있는 거 사야 되는데.
Was there not another task we would?
와, 투핸드 소드 4kg야?
To see to somewhere nearby.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
Would that the gold would only rain.
These writings could be of import.
Let's have a look then.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Welcome to Pure, and quality is what you need if you want to survive.
가디언 플레이트 멋있네. 아, 나 거물 좀 멋있는 거 받고 싶은데.
So before you check the price, just remember, hope to see you again. Welcome to and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price,
아, 10,000원은 남겨놔야지. 아씨. 혹시 모르니까.
remember, my die early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
We've a journey to prepare for after all. We can't afford to cut corners.
Yes? Is...
In my line of business, come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Do come again.
Pray, follow me. I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
No sense finding a lost
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
I'll not take that from you.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
This ox cart's bound. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
역천마을? 역천마을이 어디야?
locked.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
To break the law is to be thrown in jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
I'm about ready to fall asleep on my feet.
Time to be heading home.
Hubris is known to us.
No easy thing. Making a living so
Give the oxen feed.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses.
Lots to do.
I've been on my feet. Say, it was stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, he'd wring my neck. There's no exaggeration. He's had people killed before, more than a few at that. To be quite truthful, I'd intended to sell off the Jadeite Orb and quit this place for good. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. That jewel was my last hope. Now it's gone. Unless you were to find it for me. Would you, sir?
The Jadeite Orb could be anywhere now. Perchance we ought to speak with someone who has... experience in banditry.
Pray, sir, seek out the Jadeite. As for where to look, you could try ask... Pray, sir, seek out the Jadeite Orb for me. My life depends upon it. As for where to look, you could try ask...
보석 퀘스트가 있네. 아, 씨.
Well, this is no good. Can't have myself get
그거는 일단 나중에 하고 그거부터 가자고. 거기 바탈을 먼저 뚫어놓자. 여기 무기 좋은 것 좀 파나? 무기점 가보자. 무기점. 여기 괜찮은 거 팔 것 같은데. 아, 대검 좋은 거 없나? 대검 좀 뽀대나는 거. 돈이
Might you
없겠다.
consider lightening your pack, Master?
If you feel overburdened, mayhap I could carry some things for you.
Well, hello there, sir. Oh, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the border.
아니, 이거는 한손검 아니야? 이것도 한손검이네. 워리어는 양손검만 쓸 수 있는 거지? 오, 오, 밑에 있네. 돈이 없다. 아, 씨. 아, 여기 돈이 없어. 망토 멋있네, 씨.
Where
잠깐만.
quarrels occur. Oh, every other day. Do you come again?
기다려봐, 씨. 아, 이거 강화, 씨. 3단계까지 켰는데. 팔아야겠네. 한 번 못 써보고.
Well, hello. Oh, there's always demand for weapons.
아, 뭐야. 이거 완전히 쓰레기 소드였잖아, 씨.
Particularly near the border.
하나밖에 안 받는다고? 씨. 아, 여기 있네. 이거는 그 시프의 그 최강 기술이기 때문에 팔면 안 돼.
where quarrels occur every other day. Do come again?
Greetings. You are the Arisen, are you not? Tell is you travel quite a bit. Tell me, in your comings and goings, he seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. My fellow merchants are scouring the city, and if I may be candid, our primary concern is not the merchant, but is an item of precious importance to myself, and in my hour of need, who should wander by? But you will be rewarded,
It seems this Jadeite orb is in high demand. 2 people have asked us to...
아, 이게 그거 분기점이겠다. 분기점 퀘스트네. 아까 취하의 보석을 찾아달라는 그 상인이 먼저 그 마을 입구에 있었는데 무기점에 오니까 취하의 보석을 또 찾아달라는 상인이 또 한 명 있네. 취하의 보석을 찾으면 이제 누구한테 갖다 줄지는 이제 플레이어가 선택을 하게 되겠죠. 이게 회차 플레이를 할 수 있게끔 이렇게 해놨네. 우리가 가야 될 곳은 이제 바탈. 역천 마을에 그거 설치해주자.
With the port crystal placed, we'll be able to use a ferry stone to return here.
우와, 겁나 멀어, 씨.
In an instant.
I've not trained for this.
Where are you going?
My head will roll if all goes awry.
Should you espy any large monsters fallen on clearing the high roads of such obstructions, fall...
I'm not taking any pest.
아, 돈을 좀 모을 겸 좀 다녀볼까? 와, 씨.
As you wish. I shall return directly.
아, 이게 모아서 치는 백이구나. 잡기 기술은 어떻게 하는 건지 모르겠어.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side.
If we seek further knowledge of God's will, we then for the task. Follow me, Master. I will guide you to the location.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shall go. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Would that ox carts were a bit safer. And a bit swifter, too.
They are capable allies on journeys near and far. Be ready! Our foes are armed!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Now there's a novel idea. I've never seen my own master attempt such a feat.
Now that is a surprise. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
맵 겁나 넓네, 씨.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early griffin gets the worm. Thanks, sir.
Let me get that.
Excellent. Just what I was hoping for.
Hang in there, Master. I am coming to assist.
이번에 엑스박스 쇼케이스에서 그거 나온다고 하더라. 그 피해 거짓 그 신규 트레일러 확장팩. 아, 신작을 보여주지. 씨. 확장팩 말고.
Wish me to return? At once, Master. What is that? A tower? Nay, a statue?
We ought to take a closer look.
풍뎅이 오랜만이다.
One can see far to the distance from here.
Twould be a good place to take stock of our surroundings.
Right you are.
Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now.
As a result, we move as one.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment. Tis a hostile thing!
Fire's fury shan't be an end against this road.
Seems this is where my luck runs out.
Would you mind coming over here?
Actions are at your disposal!
야, 도구마도 재밌네요. 재밌어.
I've a modest talent for spotting
밤
materials that can be
새웠어.
used to enhance your Procuring goods at market is ever a trial. It is difficult to predict what one will require ahead of time.
아, 오늘 여기까지 할게요. 네, 시청해주신 분들 감사합니다. 모두 좋은 밤 되세요.